It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Monday, March 19th, 2018. It is 7 a.m., and we've got rain in the Twin Lakes area here throughout Baxter County, Marion County, and hopefully up in Missouri. Check the weather here in just a few minutes for you. That'll be brought to you by Greg's Farm Services. And how's everybody doing on this Monday morning?
Good. The traffic was light. Not many people on the road today.
I had a couple people to light this morning. I thought 6:30 in the morning, got traffic already. So,
well,
but
spring break put a damper on the traffic for me.
Yeah, it's true. It is spring break throughout Arkansas, and
it's about that time.
Yep, spring's around the corner. What, Wednesday or Thursday? It's official.
No, it's already here. My peach trees are bloomed out.
I mean, officially,
we're talking about the official
the shift of the earth here.
No, I've already made it official, fellas.
Did you shift the gear? Yeah. Did you call Mother Nature and say, "Hey, bring it in 4 days early"?
Farmer's Almanac said, "Rewrite your stuff. It's here."
Leave it to Jerry. Good morning, everybody. Welcome Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Jerry Hogan and Scooter Callis, and we're enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee. And on this rainy Monday morning, you can do the same thing with 3 locations to serve you: Balmer Boulevard, BRMC Lobby, and 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. Be sure to pick up a couple cinnamon rolls or some other goodies from Brewed Awakening.
Well, those cinnamon rolls were good you brought in.
Boy, I'm going to have to do that again Friday.
They are big, though.
Yeah.
Those are some big cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, they are good. Check them out. Brewed Awakening Coffee. 3 locations to serve you in the Twin Lakes area: BRMC Lobby, Balmer Boulevard, and 62 East Plaza. Excuse me, out by Anytime Fitness.
Or just stop by here, grab a cup of coffee, sit in, say hi, see everybody.
Yeah, he's got his coffee. What are you doing?
I'm still on water.
He's still on water.
We're
getting. He's slow to convert.
I'm recouping here, so
he's kind of slow to convert to coffee.
I sound like a frog this morning. So
you know, a nice warm cup of coffee will soothe your throat.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
I'll keep him awake till Thursday, though.
His coffee will burn about anything in you, I'll guarantee
That's what I'm talking about.
I use it to clean my white walls of my antique cars. It's vicious stuff. It is good coffee. Anyway, morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas. They do whatever it takes to give you the best possible service in your time of need. Roller Funeral Homes, like we always say, you just don't go out, I think I'll go shopping for a funeral home today. When you need one, they're there. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. And now our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, another Austin, Texas explosion with 2 hurt. Somewhere in Texas, someone is laughing at the news reports and video that they caused. Lord, we have a sick society. We pay to watch violence, sex, and drug use on TV and movies, and then we're sad and angry when something happens in all reality. See, life doesn't have a reset button or a reboot the system option. If someone kills another person, the term dead is permanent. Are we living in a time of fantasy versus reality? Lord, I pray you help us. We're a sick society. That's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes brings you the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect across the state of Arkansas. Roller Funeral Homes. And so, let's see what we got from Greg's. Let me hit the right button here. Greg's Farm Services this month at Greg's. Scooter, if you would, please.
Da-da-da.
Spring open house, March 24th. It's chick season. Greg's Farm Services Mountain Home Open House on March 31st. You got 10% off any hummingbird feeder. The Chapin Poly Spray Tank for $9.99, 1 gallon size. Scott's Topsoil, a great price, 3/4 cubic foot for $2. Spring tax sale, 15% off. Straw bales, Momax, 10-pound bag. And it goes on and on. Check them out at gregfarmservices.com. And then what came through on the update there?
I'll do that for community calendar since we don't have anything.
Okay, all right.
There you go.
All right. Greg's Farm Services, check it out. And then right down here, when you scroll down, you see current specials. So I've just refreshed this web page. So I'm going to click on this and see so we can go through there. And it gives you a whole list of spring in full swing at Greg's Farm Services. And they got 20 items right there in that list that you can review. at your convenience. Go to gregfarmservices.com. Temperature-wise, we're at 44 degrees in Mountain Home, 46 at Harrison, 44 in Hardy, 48 at Mountain View, 45 at Yellow. Marshall checks in at 48, while Calico Rock's at 44. Same in southeast Missouri and Poplar Bluff. Southwest Missouri, Branson at 45. South Central Missouri, 43 at West Plains. Watford City's got a warm spell going on. They're at 28, and Anchorage, 35 degrees. And let's see, where's my... There it is right there. All these icons are different. I'm going to refresh this before we pull that up. This is the current radar. All right. You see the national radar there. A lot of shower activity over Kansas and west central Missouri, and kind of that spoke off of the hub swings across Arkansas and a little bit down into Texas and Louisiana. We'll take that Little Rock radar now and take a look and see what's going on here. Showers showing up over Mountain Home right now, but most of the shower activity is east of Little Rock and then Batesville to Jonesboro all the way up into the Missouri state line area south of West Plains and on its way over to Poplar Bluff. In fact, let's take a look and see what's going on. Let's hit the Paducah, Kentucky radar. Okay, the shower activity has not quite gotten to the Highway 67 area of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, but give it a little while to get there. This is an overall picture. This is the Springfield, Missouri radar stop. You see Kansas City, Springfield, Lebanon, Rolla, Mountain Home, Batesville, that big swirl of activity over the three-state area, including Kansas. Nothing in Oklahoma right now.
That should put an end to all the drought talk.
Well, we hope. You know, we're moving up.
Zip it up.
Well, I just refreshed this, pull this back up. A line of heavy showers and possibly some thunderstorms now between Little Rock and Pine Bluff. What's that? What's that interstate down there towards? Is that like 265 or something? Runs down to Pine Bluff. Bubby, you know what that is down there at Pine Bluff? That interstate? Yeah. Well, I think everybody. Oh, from about flipping east. 5:30, yeah, 5:30 down from Little Rock to Pine Bluff. Shower activity, pretty heavy showers right there. Interstate 40 west of Little Rock to Fort Smith in good shape. I-49 Fayetteville, Fort Smith looks good. I-30 to Texarkana in good shape, but I-30 east, Highway 67, 167, Interstate 555, and 62 412 east, all pretty wet between Mountain Home, Jonesboro, Memphis, Little Rock, you name it, it's wet. Right?
Pretty
well,
much.
about an hour ago, we were getting some booms here, though.
Yeah. Just as I was getting in charge about 5:45, 5:50, something like that. And pretty good shot of lightning, pretty good clap of thunder. So I thought, hey, we're getting some rain. So other shower activity in Florida, Carolinas. In fact, they've got a severe weather watch for Middle Tennessee from Nashville down to Chattanooga and to Birmingham, place like that. And Jerry, I did bring up that I'm keeping that drought monitor open.
It's not going to change yet, but
this is last Tuesday's report. They may update it tomorrow, but as of March 13th, it's getting better.
Yeah,
but we got a little ways to go. Anyway, what do you got on community calendar?
Looks like it might be snowing up in the northeastern again.
I think they've had enough.
I think they have too.
What, 3 in a row? 3 in like 8 days or 18 days or something?
No, they had it every weekend for 4 weeks, I think.
Well, I remember that. When was that? 1977 or 1978. Every Wednesday we got hit with 8 to 10 inches of snow through it. Once a week we had 4 or 5 snowstorms. Kids were out of school forever around here. Back late 70s, early 80s, it was terrible. Anyway, community calendar. Jerry, what you got?
All right. This week, March 24th, that'll be Saturday, is the March 24th Greg Farm Services Spring Customer Appreciation. They're going to have Walker Auction Service will be there, helping clear out some old stock as they prepare for the 2018 lawn and garden season. They'll have mowers, tacks, boots, and odds and ends will be auctioned. You can visit gregsfarmservices.com. They'll have all power equipment is new, making it eligible for financing. You can get pre-approved for a loan before March 24th on the website, gregsfarmservices.com. Here we go. 8 a.m., serving free breakfast, biscuits and gravy, and hash brown casserole for the first 300 visitors. Breakfast will be prepared by Lake County Cookhouse. And I can't verify nor deny Lake County because I've never eaten there. So
I bet it's good.
I'm sure it is.
I bet it's good. Or they wouldn't have brought them in.
Yeah, Greg's is pretty. If you've never been to customer appreciation at Greg's. They do keep it high class. Oh, man, that reminds me of a weird dream I had.
Oh, no.
I kid
Here
you
we
not.
go on that bunny trail.
Listen,
Was it in a dream?
I was at Greg's Farm Service Customer Appreciation. Everybody's mingling. I look up, and there's this Elvis impersonator dude that they were calling the judge.
That was Bob
I
Recktenwald.
assume he was a judge of a county, but he was talking.
You ever seen Bob imitate Elvis?
No, but we're about to.
I
Here
bet
in
we
about
could.
5
We can
minutes.
talk him into it.
Yeah. But he was talking to Johnny Cash, the actual Johnny Cash. And everybody's talking to Johnny, and I went up and talked to the judge. I'm like, man, that dude's a hoot, isn't he? And me and the judge got talking about Johnny.
What's in the coffee? Did you spike the coffee?
Don't look at me. I want to know what he was doing over the weekend.
Doesn't smell any different.
I'm staying with the water.
So if the dream's that good, I guarantee I will be at Greg's.
What's on community counter, Jerry?
10 a.m. the auction begins, clearing out the inventory. 10 a.m. till noon, the Master Gardeners and Organic Living Clubs will be there to answer all your questions. 10 a.m. to noon, a Traeger Grill representative will be demonstrating the wood pallet grill and sharing food samples with me. And all day, you have free entry to prize drawings, one at the feed store, one at the gun shop, and one at the power shop. So it's going to be a fun-filled day.
There you go.
All right. Anything else on community calendar?
Nope.
I don't know. If
Spring break, have fun.
we do have, let's see if I can find it real quick. Tuesday at 5 at the Courthouse Square. A little bit of a memorial for those we've lost. This is Serenity with the domestic violence awareness, and the murder last week was a direct result of domestic violence. And so there's a little memorial, I believe it's tomorrow the 20th, at 5 o'clock, Courthouse Square. And
I saw Bruce Emerson at KFC last night. Yeah.
Hi, Bruce. And he didn't buy.
And he was talking about that deal that y'all had going on the shaken baby syndrome and all that.
Yeah, they're coming in April 26th, I believe. It was...
that was very informative.
Yeah, and it's going to be, I'm trying to
it.
see when I've got that scheduled. Let me pull that up, because that's going to be something people want to tune into to see. Well, we'll go to break, and I'll talk about it later. It's 7:12 right now. Bob Recktenwald Sports coming up, and we'll find out. I think I've got them scheduled. Very, very important seminar coming up that we'll have for you on the 26th of April. Time for a quick break. Coming up, Bob Recktenwald Monday Sports. Be right back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
You already know that Ferris mowers are the only mowers on the market with a patented spring suspension system, saving you time in the seat, less back stress, and a professional even cut every time. You already know that Mower Warehouse is the only area dealership that will accept your mower trade-in. But did you know that a truckload of discounted 2017 models just arrived at Mower Warehouse, allowing you the pleasure of saving hundreds of dollars on your next mower purchase of a new Ferris or Simplicity zero-turn machine? Come check out the parking lot sale at Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either a terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home. Coming in 2000.
It is 7:15 on a Monday. That means Bob Recktenwald Sports. Mr. Bob.
Good morning.
Howdy.
We had a wild weekend. So upset. We had a number 16 beat a number 1 in the NCAA tournament. That was pretty good.
See, North Carolina got knocked out, right?
North Carolina got beat bad, I believe. Texas A&M?
Yeah, A&M beat them,
Yeah. Beat them by 20?
I haven't followed it a whole lot this weekend.
There's somebody won by 20. It was pretty devastating to the team on the wrong side of that. Dale, this morning we've got Coach Chris Cudworth. He is the Lady Bombers softball coach. Jerry messed us up there. He's talking about dribbling soccer balls, and I'm wondering how you do that. But anyway, Coach Cudworth, this is I've been accused of should be calling this Hang the Coach show.
Okay.
But it's really not. It's all about, my idea behind the show is to get the parents and the grandparents, the aunts, uncles, cousins that can't be at every game or be around their children of the opportunity to meet the coaches that their kids are spending most of their time with. By the time the kid goes to school and then goes to practice or travels for a game, they're spending more time with the coaches than they are their families.
We are definitely together a lot during our seasons.
And so what I'd like to ask you is, who's Chris Cudworth?
Well, first of all, I was born and raised in Mountain Home, a high school graduate of 1994, lifelong Bomber. When I got done in high school, I went to junior college in Iowa Falls, Iowa, Ellsworth Community College, played baseball for 2 years, then finished up at UCA and got my first job at Salem in 2001. Matter of fact, 9/11, unfortunately, was like 3 weeks on the job. They didn't teach us how to do that in school. And then it spent 1 year at Salem and then been at Mountain Home for 17.
17 years at Mountain Home.
Good.
Married?
Yes, married. Been married since 1998. 2 children, Marcy, a 9th grader, and Tate, who's a 4th grader.
Local girl?
Yes, from Mountain Home also, class of 96.
Class of 96. Married a young one.
Well,
So your coaching career, you've always been a softball coach?
No. Matter of fact, Coach Debbie over there, I helped her in soccer for my first couple years at Mountain Home while I was coaching football.
Okay.
So I coached junior high football, coached soccer for a couple years, then went to high school football and high school baseball.
Okay. You're going to have to talk a little bit slower because us old guys here, we can't keep up with you that fast.
Sorry, a little nervous this morning.
It's no reason to be nervous. I think you and I and with Dale,
Yes.
we've been around a long time together, so there's no reason to be nervous at all.
And by the way, thank you guys for doing our softball games.
It's no problem.
I do have to ask,
Yes, sir.
me and Bob were at the booth that windy night. Coach is out there in
Batesville.
shorts. We've got this wind chill like minus 100. Remember that night?
It's a low-budget operation, the softball.
He's out there in shorts. Puts on a pair of gloves. Said, "Did the gloves help?"
During the game, honestly, I don't feel it.
You don't feel it.
Now, after the Batesville game, when it was pretty chilly, I think about midnight, it finally hit me.
Yeah.
And I just started, I got the chills then.
Yeah.
But before then, didn't even notice it.
Boy, the wind that one night. Who hit the home run, got it up in the wind, and went out to right center field?
Girl from Batesville.
Batesville, yeah. Boy, I don't see how they could pitch, and even that wind was coming across that third baseline.
So you started coaching in the junior high ranks?
Yes, sir. Junior high football, yes, sir.
Okay. And who you were coaching with?
Ronnie Blevins was the head junior high coach, and actually my first year at Mount Home, Kevin Miller was the head football coach, and then Shane Patrick took over after that.
Okay.
Had the privilege of coaching one of your sons.
You've had a handful then.
No, it was enjoyable. It was enjoyable.
So you've coached a good number of kids.
Yes, sir.
I hate calling them kids. They're student athletes is what they really are. And the feeder program for what you have as softball today is Twin Lakes softball?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You weren't, well, you were around for part of it. I was president of Girls Softball League for 9 years, but we were slow pitch back then.
Yes.
And Coach Leonard and Coach Husky, they came and they met with the board that we had at the time, and they said, guys, we need to get into the modern times. We need to bring this to fast pitch. As you've probably seen over your years of coaching, how long have you been the head softball coach?
This is my second season.
Second season. As you've seen in the last couple of years, being in softball, ye who has the pitcher wins.
Yes, sir. Very much so.
Dale and I have both noticed that sitting up in the booth for you guys. If you've got a good pitcher, 90% chance you're going to take that game.
You'll definitely have an opportunity.
And what we did with the girls softball league was, I didn't just agree to go fast pitch. I kind of drug our feet some. And I'm going to commend the people that are in charge of it now. They do a great job starting them very young. But I couldn't see how we could make that transition overnight because we had so many young ones, and we didn't have very many coaches that could teach pitching.
That is probably one of the hardest things about fast pitch and the pitching in softball is trying to find someone or having someone with the knowledge that can teach the kids to do it correctly.
So that was going to be a question that I had, because how many times have I asked you in that booth, how do you teach that pitch?
Now, we're very fortunate with Shelby Anderson, one of my assistant coaches, who's done it.
Yeah.
She grew up pitching, pitched at Mount Home High School, pitched in college, and now coming back here and helping our pitchers here. So we're very fortunate. I'm very fortunate. Our program's very fortunate.
But if you go 10 years prior to that, it was unheard of.
It's a struggle.
Around here, it was unheard of. You had no fast pitch that you could lean on or that you could tap into and expand that. So the concession that we made was we would have a pitcher at the mound, but we would have a machine do the pitch, which leveled the playing field for everybody. So we had a player pitch with the machine doing the pitching. Meant everybody at that point was active. But in today's world, you don't have that. Do you still use machines in practice, or is it just all player?
We do not use machines in practice. We'll use it to bunt, but it'll either be coach pitch where we'll throw from a short distance, or we'll face live pitching in practice.
So it's a different world.
We did a couple games last season. And there's one particular game was really lopsided, and I'm sure as a coach you want to see the best of every player, both the home and the visitors. I think most people would rather have played a good game and lose by 1 run than win by 17 because of poor pitching on their side. I have seen where 4 or 5 runs have come across the plate just because of walks, and I'd rather see the talent developed. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, I do.
But you just, one game in particular last year that I really can't remember what team, but the pitcher struggled.
I think it was probably West Memphis in the district tournament game.
It may have been.
It is a very hard skill, and it's also something, one of the reasons you don't see it at the younger levels also, just because of the lack of people to teach it, is you have to work on it every day.
Yeah.
Now, will Shelby Anderson, will she go down and help those girls in that league, or
she does quite a bit of help?
She does.
Yes.
So it's a little bit of a different world. So tell us about this season. What's it look like?
Well,
we've done some wins, we've done some losses here at home. How have you been doing away?
We are 6-5 overall. We've been playing well. The main thing we talked about this year was just competing every game, win, lose, or draw. Compete at the plate, compete in the field, compete in the circle. Just battle for 7 innings and see what happens.
How many players do you have?
We have 24.
Okay.
Good roster.
How's that break down?
We have 4 seniors, 4 juniors, 2 sophomores, and 14 freshmen.
But you develop that freshman field, you're going to have a good team coming up.
We could. You never know how they're going to develop, and a lot of times this is the first time that they've seen this type of competition. A lot of them have played in the summer on a couple of travel teams, so they've seen some of the types of players that we're facing. But we kind of talked to them. They've never seen Valonia. We went down there and played Valonia. Valonia's 2-time state champion in 15, 16, and then runner-up in 17. And then when we go play Greenbrier's in the same boat. I think they were runner-up 15 and 16, then lost in the semifinals last year in 17. So when they see those type of programs, that definitely opens their eyes.
What do you do for retention, Coach? I know you're talking 4 seniors, 4 juniors, a handful of sophomores, and 14 freshmen. What do you do for retention? Hope for the best?
Yeah. I mean, you can't – the one thing that I do is if they want to play, they'll be out there, and if it's not – if they've lost interest in it, then sometimes, they find other interests as they go through high school. And so one year softball may be one thing they really enjoy, and then the next year it may not be. They may pick up other activities, they may pick up other interests, and just decide to move on from the game.
Do you actively try to recruit new, or is that just let them come and play with what you get?
Little bit of both. One thing that I've learned is if you really try to, you want to make it. The best recruiters are your players that play for you right now. Those are obviously your best ones. Sometimes when you try to pull kids into play and it doesn't always go the way they think it's going to go, sometimes it doesn't. When it doesn't,
kind of sours them a bit.
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, I know you lost a senior this year that I remember calling her name several times last year.
Yes, sir.
Riley Walker. Mm-hmm. Now, she was injured in basketball and decided not to play, or did she just decide not to play this year?
Just kind of a little bit of a lot of things.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like we got Clinton at Mountain Home next Monday, and in 2 weeks, Morrilton here.
Yes, and they are 11-2, and they have a really good 9th grade pitcher.
Really, 11-2.
Yes, one of their losses was North Little Rock, who played in the 7A state title game last year. Lost to Bentonville.
It looks like Greenbrier is going to be up here on the 17th of April.
Yes, I believe that's senior night.
Is it?
How does we've got a couple minutes left here. What does the future look like for a senior softball player? Have you had many go on to college to play?
There's been a few. Coach Bevel would probably be the best one to talk about that because we didn't have any last year. I know we have one at Three Rivers, Peyton Gunn. Katie Strain, I believe, went a couple of years ago to Three Rivers also. So those are the ones that I know of recently that have went.
Do you have anybody out of the 4 seniors you have this year that might go on to play?
We could have a couple.
Oh, good deal. So is there anything that you'd like the public to know that they may not know about Chris Cudworth or the Lady Bomber softball?
If you get a chance, come out and watch the Lady Bombers play. We've got a great group of young ladies that come out and really represent our community, represent our school, and represent our team really, really well. And they're a fun group to watch.
How do our facilities compare to Valonia or Morrilton?
There's no comparison.
I've not gone to an away game since my niece and sister-in-law played, and they were playing at Batesville. And I just was curious on how our facilities work compared to theirs.
There is no comparison. We have some of the finest facilities, if not in the state of Arkansas, inside of the region. With our turf field, I was talking to some people a couple Saturdays ago when it rained, those 2 inches or whatever, knocked the bridges down out there, the creeks that lead to our field. We could have played that night. Didn't puddle up. It was fine.
Yeah.
We can play, we can practice anytime. Then also with our indoor facility, if it's too cold or if it's raining like it is right now at that time, we can go over there and get our swings in. Also, the floor down below is big enough for us to have our entire infield, and we can almost have a full practice.
That's pretty nice.
It's very, very, very fortunate as a
we
coach.
have to thank the McLean family and the Hasselwonders and the Pitts and the whole Bomber
Yes.
Booster Foundation that put all that stuff together for y'all.
And that's usually we've had a lot of new teams come in here with the blended conference, and that's the first thing they say is how awesome the field is.
The blended conference.
Yes, sir.
This is your first year to partake in that?
Second year.
Second year.
And the last year.
And the last year.
Yes, it's done. The blended conference is done.
So what's going to happen now?
We will be in a conference. It'll still be blended, but the same teams we face in the season will be the same ones that we face in the postseason. They took the top 16 out of 5A, and the top 16, or the bottom 16 out of 6A. Well, I guess it's only 16, and then the top 16 out of 5A, and that makes us, I guess we'll be 5A or 6A, whatever it be for the next year.
Only for certain sports.
On all sports except for football.
That's crazy.
So our conference next year will be Mountain Home, Searcy, Greene County Tech out of Paragould, Nettleton, Jonesboro, West Memphis, and Marion. Is that right, Coach? Okay. Wow. Had to check with Coach Atkinson out there and make sure I was right with that.
Well, we're going to bring her up right next. Coach, we appreciate your time. Thanks for getting up early on a spring break Monday and
no
visiting
problem.
with us.
No problem at all. Thank you guys for all you guys do for Lady Bomber softball. We appreciate it.
No problem at all. We'll see you on the 26th at your home field and cheer on the Bombers. One last question.
Yes, sir.
I'll do it off there. Let's take a break.
18 VHF Archery Range, brought to you by DeerHunterFan.com TV and Steadyform. This 10,000 square foot indoor climate controlled archery range will feature 3D targets, 3D pop-up, and state-of-the-art video shooting. DHF Archery Range will be open to the public and available for all ages. It's a great facility for hunters and archers alike and located in the center of the Ozarks in beautiful Bull Shoals, Arkansas. That's DHF Archery Range coming in 2018. Keep on the lookout for more details and their grand opening announcement soon.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Your White River getaway starts at Cotter Trout Lodge, where you find convenient, clean, and affordable accommodations right in the heart of Cotter, Arkansas. Take advantage of the Natural State Fly Shop across the road for all your supplies and guided fly fishing needs. Countless delicious homemade menu options await to satisfy your hunger cravings at the White Sands Cafe. Your complete White River getaway is cradled in the east arm of the historic Ruthven Rainbow Bridge at the Cotter Trout Lodge, Natural State Fly Shop, and the White Sands Cafe.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
Have you ever?
We're back. We have Coach Debbie Atkinson. She is Lady Bombers soccer coach and has been for a while.
Yes, sir.
On and off.
Yes, sir.
Okay. No more yes, sir. Just okay.
Okay.
Tell us, you were standing here during Coach Cudworth's little briefing. Tell us who you are, where you're from.
I'm originally from Little Rock, Arkansas. I followed my heart to Mountain Home in 2000 and married Max Atkinson. And I was recruited here to coach the high school boys, actually.
Really?
Yes, sir, for a year and a half. And then I took the director of special education job at Mountain Home, and was called back into duty when the coach was on pregnancy, maternity leave, and coached again for 5 years, and was recently reassigned as a soccer coach because I took another position in the district.
All right. So you moved here from Little Rock.
Yes, sir.
Where did you go to college?
I went to college at UCA for my education degree. I'm a master's in special ed, and my master's in specialist degrees is from University of Arkansas at Little Rock.
What got you into coaching?
When my son was 5 years old, he played at the Northside YMCA for soccer, and his coach was from the Little Rock Air Force Base. He got deployed in the middle of the year, and I was the team mom with the Kool-Aid and cookies.
There you go.
And they said, who could be the coach? And Debbie can. So I kind of learned on my own. My son is now 39 years old. He lives in Little Rock. So I've been coaching for about 27 years.
Awesome. That's awesome. And your husband is local?
Yes, sir.
Now he's local. Was he local before you brought him up here, or did he bring you up here?
He brought me up here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a city girl relocated.
Uh-huh. All right. Where's Max from?
He is originally from Fordyce, Arkansas, home of the Redbugs.
Southern boy.
Yes, he is. He was football, basketball player
There you go.
For Fordyce.
Well, we've had a lot of success in soccer. Tell us what you know about the success, and where have you been and where you think you're going?
Well, we were very fortunate to have a state championship in 2009. And then we returned to the championship in 2010 and were runner-up. In 2011, we won the state championship again. And we coached for 6 years, and we were in the Final Four all 6 years.
You heard me ask Coach Cudworth about how many players we have. So what is your breakdown of your squad? I know you've got it written there. So how many players do you have total?
We have 23 players total.
Okay.
It's 2 exchange students that they'll be leaving and going home after this year. And we have 6 freshmen, 10 sophomores, 6 juniors, and 6 seniors.
Do you have a lot of dual sport athletes on soccer?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
What is the other sport the majority of them play?
Basketball and track.
Basketball and track.
Mm-hmm.
So your seasons overlap quite a bit with both of those?
They do.
When does soccer actually start? When do you get your girls and say, okay, practice is here? You know, in football, the old days, back when I got to play, 2-a-days were a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, we didn't practice all summer. In fact, I played for Barney Crawford. I know y'all are both familiar with Coach Crawford.
Yes.
Coach Crawford wasn't big on keeping us working all summertime. I take that back. Coach Crawford was very big on us working summertime, but Coach Crawford was big on us working a job.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't have a job, he found some farm that needed some help, and you had a job. You may not get paid, but you had something to do. Then 2-a-days started, and yes, we were required to be at 2-a-days. So how does that work with soccer? Do you get your girls a month, 6 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 weeks before season starts? Do you have them pretty much year round? How does that work now?
We usually start our practice the week after football ends. Number
Okay.
one, so we can have access to the field.
Okay.
Right? And we have several that are in cheer as well to do that. But soccer is such a repetitive sport. We have injuries of shin splints and ankles, and anything that is from that repetitive, we give them a break. We do encourage them to go to summer camp somewhere just to get another coach's idea, or for a coach to take a look at them if they want to play at a higher level.
Mm-hmm.
But we give them some time off, and we don't go back to them until mid part of November.
Summer camps. When I was a kid, those were pretty expensive. Is it still that way?
Pretty much, yes, sir.
Is there any help for those student athletes that decide to go and their parents may not be able to afford it, or How does that? Do y'all do fundraisers to help with that, or?
We do fundraisers, but not for summer camp activities. No, sir. That's a good idea, though.
Do y'all host a summer camp here?
We are talking about that as our fundraiser for this summer. One for the kids and then one for the coaches of the Twin Lakes Soccer Association.
Okay. So, how's your season going this year?
We are 5-2-2. We are undefeated in conference.
Wow.
And ran into a buzzsaw at the Harrison tournament at Siloam Springs. So we know what we have to rise to reach the state tournament.
And how much more of a season do you have left?
I believe we have 7 more home games. Not home games, 7 more games, and then we'll go into the regionals and the state tournaments the second week of May.
Now, a regional tournament is the same as a conference tournament?
Yes, sir. It'll be where the higher seed is the home team. So
Okay.
I'm hoping that we'll be home a lot.
Okay. And how many games do you have in your season?
It can go anywhere.
Regular season.
In
let's
a
just say
regular
that.
season game, we have 10 to 12. So we're allowed up to 15 or 2 tournaments.
Okay. Do you travel across state line? Do you go into play in Missouri like they do with basketball, son?
I have before. We played tournaments in West Plains, but West Plains is not having their tournament this year. No.
So if you have a non-conference schedule, are you allowed to play? I don't even know. Does Yellville even have a soccer team?
We're allowed
Can
to
you play the smaller schools, or
Yes,
are you
sir.
strictly bound by playing the larger schools?
No, sir. I know that the boys played, junior varsity played Lead Hill last week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you can play whoever you can get to come play a non-conference game with you.
Yes, sir. Pretty much.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing that, of course, being from here myself and traveling, the travel has got to be tough on all these
It's
kids.
terrible.
You know, and Coach Cudworth was talking about the changing of the conference and it going from 6A to where we travel all across north central Arkansas. I'll never forget one week. Of course, I had 2 younger sons, and I've got 2 older daughters. Both my daughters were in the band, so the band competition would bring us to Siloam Springs on a Saturday, and then on a Monday, Tim would play football at Marion, and then on Thursday, I'm sorry, Robert would play at Marion and the JV team, and then on Thursday Tim would play down around Little Rock somewhere, and then on Friday we'd be at Van Buren watching Robert. You know, so you could clock quite a few miles in a week. I don't ever see that changing. Do you? It's supposed to help.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Coach. You're on.
I don't see it just because of where we're at, where we're located. It would have to be some sweeping changes by the AAA.
Yeah.
And I think they look at travel, but sometimes there's just only so much they can do.
I think they thumb their nose at the travel because they don't care.
They might not.
He said that.
Yeah, I am not a school employee, so therefore I can say that.
He said that.
I remember my son getting home at 2:15 in the morning from a track meet at West Memphis one night.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, it is when you got to be up at 6 to do radio or TV.
I think, Bob, when you were talking about those trips, I think I was part of a lot of those football trips at
Sure.
that time. So
Yeah.
I remember doing the long JV games on Monday and then the Friday nights wherever we were going for the conference on the other side of the state. And then also, junior high ends up having to go down to Central Arkansas a lot to play. So we football definitely travels north central Arkansas, or all of northern Arkansas.
The one year it stands out very clearly because I picked up a friend of mine and his wife at the airport. They were from Canada, and they wanted to watch the boys play ball. Well, the only game that week while they were here was at Malvern. So we had to drive from here to Malvern, and they had been on a plane from Canada all day to get here, and then we rushed to get to the ball game. They never complained. They loved it. You know, they thought it was great. But future for a girl soccer player. Have you had girls going to college to play?
Yes, sir.
A good number, or a few, or
A few numbers. Right. My son played at the University of the Ozarks in Clarksville. And I think one of the things that we have to do as head coaches, and Coach Cudworth and I both, is to transition those girls into that college so they understand exactly what that means. To play at a collegiate level is a job. It goes from the fun part of camaraderie with the girls and all that to go into an actual job. And are they ready for that emotionally, academically, and can they handle that? Yeah, we have players at Hendrix, we have players at the University of Alabama, at Birmingham. Gosh, lots of players around. We do. I can't. Sorry, I drew.
Do you have any that are looking to go from this class on to play college?
Absolutely, yes, sir. We do. We have 2 sophomores right now that are very, very talented that could play easily in a D1, D2 school. We're trying to get them out, get their stats out, and get their name out as much as possible.
That's awesome. What else would you like to say about the Lady Bombers soccer program?
That we are very blessed to be their coach. Max is my defensive coordinator, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say that. Cud's been with us before. They're an amazingly talented group of young ladies. Our parent support has been really amazing this year. I appreciate the support from the administration and the athletic department and the Booster Club to help us be all we can be.
How long has soccer been a sanctioned sport in Arkansas?
I was involved in that initial declaration that allowed volunteers to be head coaches if they went through the training class and all that. And gosh, I was the coach at Sylvan Hills back then, so that was in 1990s.
How long has it been a sport at Mountain Home?
I have no idea.
Around that time.
Around that time
same
too.
Time? I remember I had several friends that played. Not to chime in here. Whenever you were talking about in the early '90s, whenever I was going through school, that played at this club, and it wasn't really a kind of like what trap shooting is today. Kind of part of the school, but not part of the school.
An intramural type sport.
Yeah, kind of.
Now, I was coaching Sylvan Hills versus North Little Rock, and Mountain Home played the game after.
Okay.
It was in a tournament, and some Mountain Home parents were there and knew that I was moving to Mountain Home because of Max. And initially, that's how I got into coaching the boys for a year and a half.
Okay.
So.
You know, back in our day, Dale, there was not even a soccer ball up here. Maybe if somebody sat on a basketball, it oblonged it, or you know.
Yeah, you're right.
We appreciate your time. Thanks for coming out on Spring Break Monday. And
thank you.
At the end of your season, we'd like to have you both back, and we'll wrap up your seasons for you. We'll kind of highlight them and go from there.
Sounds great.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. We appreciate your time.
To the public, come out and enjoy Bomber sports.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break as soon as he says good.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
More than just propane, Reeves Propane provides you full-service propane delivery as well as tank and piping installation. We are your dependable choice, offering the very best in personal service with on-time deliveries and competitive prices. Reeves Propane also sells and installs tankless water heaters and appliances and can even convert your gas cook stove to liquid propane. So no need to fuss and cuss about bad service. Call us at Reeves Propane. We greatly appreciate your business, and God bless.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
Life is too short to wear boring clothes. Welcome to Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique, where we carry the latest trends and fashions and accessories at prices anyone can enjoy. Feel beautiful while looking fabulous with a large range of fashions that fits anyone's sense of style. You're sure to discover something unique and new at every visit. Shabby to Chic also features 12 professional stylists, aesthetics by Amy J, a nail technician, and 4 tanning beds. Excite your style at Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique in Mountain Home.
Hi, I'm Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup. If anybody needs trash service in the area, please give us a call. Arch Trash Service is veteran owned, and I've been in the local area resident for over 20 years. I'll provide a better service than the other guys and even provide front door service trash pickup for those that aren't able to take their trash to the curb. We'll also pick up almost anything and even provide free recycling. I am Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup, and please give me a call for all your trash service needs.
With a large show. It is 10 minutes before 8 o'clock on this rainy March 19th. Spring starts this week.
No.
It's already
According
started.
to Mr. Cracker, it's done started.
We've already had this discussion, Dale.
He just, he naps since then.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, how do y'all like that softball? I've never been to a game.
Come out and watch.
Yeah.
We'll be home on the 26th against Clinton's. It should be a conference game.
Yeah.
Hook me up with a good game there, Dale.
Well, okay.
If
Here
you
you
had
go.
to recommend one game.
No, the Clinton game's going to be a good game. You've got Clinton, Morrilton, and then coming up on April 17th, Greenbrier. They're top seed.
And for
all
those
of these
that
games
don't
are going to
know,
be good. All
that's
these games are going to be good.
That's across from Hackler, right?
Yeah.
Across from Hackler Intermediate School down at the McLean Family Park.
Yeah.
It's, if you've never been to the Bomber baseball softball complex, it's worth the trip to come out and take a look.
It's really nice to be in the press box. It gets cold, we turn the heat on. It gets hot, we turn the air conditioner on.
Jerry, I was going to say, if you want to come visit with us, we'll let
They'll
you in
put
the
you
box.
to work, I'm telling you.
Ouch.
Oh, wait. No, they won't.
We'll just let you visit.
Bob's idea of putting me to work is, Jerry, get the binoculars and tell me what number that is.
But by the time you call the number, it's like 5 plays later.
What's fun about doing the pregame stuff, when the other team, a lot of the other parents will be up there, man, look at this field. Like, yes.
We did a game the other night, and I made a post on Facebook about this. And Jerry, you'll like this. When we started the national anthem, there was a game going on at the boys' field. They stopped that game.
Yep.
Turned to the flag, and stood there till that was over.
I've seen that several times.
I like that.
You have to commend not only our coaches, but the visiting coach that was there as well.
Yeah.
They stopped that game. It was not in between innings. They stopped their game wherever they were, saluted our flag, and rolled on.
In the distance, because they could hear the music, there's a pavilion between the fences. That's the distance. You're talking our right field would be their third base line, basically.
So you've got a dugout and
batting
cages and
batting
stuff
cages
in
and
between.
everything. Yeah.
It's a great facility. Come out on the 26th, watch them play Clinton.
Come on out 4:30.
We're kind of talking baseball a little bit right now, and no, I'm not going to talk Cardinals.
Thank you.
Not even going to talk Texas Rangers.
Thank you.
We're talking Razorbacks. The Razorbacks went into the weekend ranked number 10 in the nation. They had fallen from number 7. They played the number 4 team, Kentucky. 3-game sweep of Kentucky.
Yep.
And
they pounded that one game. I listened to them on radio for a while.
It was awesome. They beat sizably Kentucky. They changed their Sunday game to a Saturday doubleheader because of the threat of rain on yesterday. They probably could have played it out, but it was.
And you can pick those games up on ESPN 104.3 out of Harrison. They run those games.
There you go.
Yep.
So
all about supporting our local folks here, between here and Harrison and Mountain View.
Our wrestling season is over. Our basketball seasons are both over. So the active sports we have right now are track and soccer, boys and girls soccer, softball and baseball.
We did have one of our wrestlers last week signed.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yep. Signed with Williams Baptist.
Williams Baptist
That was
College. Reed Parker.
Yep,
Reed Parker. Yeah. He's quite the athlete.
Yep.
All-around athlete. Yeah.
Believe it or not, we had 5 offers for wrestlers this year.
Good.
And 4 of them already had obligations, but
Jerry
really
and
cool
I and Scooter attended the wrestling banquet last week, and that was a fun banquet to go to.
Emotional too.
Yeah.
I mean, the players, they really took to heart the sport, man. They let it be known in the speeches. Excuse me. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
You know, there's some leadership there that they'll lose this season, which hopefully will be picked up by a younger underclassmen. But, you know, Reed Parker, we talked about signing with Williams Baptist. He jokes around a lot, but you could tell those kids, the younger classmen, and his teammates really respect him. And he is a bit of a leader. And that's, to me, that's what every sport takes. You've got to have 1, 2, or 6 that'll stand up and say, "Well, wait, there's a time and place for this." Joking around is fun. That's what it's all about. But let's get down to business. You know, you've got to stick with the plan, and the plan is we don't quit.
He does like joke around. He does like to have fun. But I will say this: when it comes to that mat, he's about work.
Yep.
And he shows and he pushes and motivates everybody around them to work to that level. So I give him a lot of respect.
And we hope that things will continue to grow for that program here in Mountain Home. Next week, in fact, next week will be our guest will be Coach Blades and Travis Alexander. They'll be coming back to wrap up their season. That's kind of what I'm trying to get done is have these coaches on during their season, and then have them come back and we'll recap.
Do a recap. Good.
How things were and how did it meet their expectations? How did it go compared to what they'd hoped for? I know that in wrestling, you guys had a lot of injuries and sickness that kept things from happening the way you wanted to, but still had a great, successful season. So
we did.
I don't know how much time we've actually got here. So
yeah, it looks like 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
2 minutes.
We can do 3 more minutes.
Junior high track. What do we got happening in junior high track?
Right now, of course, everybody's off for spring break, but it is really cool because this is my first year of being
track dad.
Yeah, and being involved in it, and they've drugged me in a little bit helping, and I really do enjoy it. Kids are doing amazing. I mean, for the first year for most of these kids, and so far we've dominated all the meets that we've went to.
Do the 7th grade meet with the junior high, or do they have their own separate meets?
We have our own separate meets.
Okay. So we need to get a hold of the 7th grade track coaches and get them in here in the hot seat and visit with them some.
Minka and Bishop.
Same as football.
Yep. They're a pair you're not going to pull apart. They do a great job with them kids, though. They really, really do. Especially in a sport that you're starting out in 7th grade. Most of them have not done anything pertaining to it, and they're very encouraging in tough situations where you're trying to learn and you're trying to, you feel like, I'm not doing what I need to be doing, and they're very encouraging to get that built so you can learn and grow.
Right.
It's pretty neat.
And it's not an abbreviated event either. It's full-fledged. They've got every event that the high school's got, from pole vaulting to low hurdles, high hurdles.
High jump, long jump, triple jump, you name it, they got it. It's really cool.
It's kind of wild. If you hadn't ever been to a track meet, go check out a 7th grade. It's like trying to herd rats.
It is, especially when you got so many of them trying to do so many different events and knowing when to be here, when to be there, and it's different.
You really get to a small school where the PA system isn't very good. You can't hear them announce those events, and then all of a sudden you've got a young athlete that's pole vaulting at one end of the field and supposed to be triple jumping at the other end, and he's just standing around waiting for his next jump here, and he should be down there. it gets pretty crazy.
It does.
Anyway.
They had Austin at one time doing high jump and pole vaulting, and we had to cut one of them out. There's no way he could be running back and forth from one end to the other trying to keep up with it.
A lot of folks threw their NCAA bracket sheets away. Texas over North Carolina, 86-65. Florida State over Xavier, 75-70. And
the best one though is Texas A&M over University of North Carolina.
Yeah. Come on, Aggies.
21-point differential.
86-65.
Loved it.
And with that, we're going to have to say goodbye. See you tomorrow. We got Dennis Milligan, State Treasurer, a pre-recorded broadcast for tomorrow. And the State Treasurer was up here last month, so we'll play that for you tomorrow. So see you then.
Stay tuned. Jim Bumgarner up next.